Mimi Mwai Kibaki naapa kwamba.
When NARC government took over power in 2003, President Mwai Kibaki declared zero tolerance on corruption. One of his initiatives through the Justice Ministry was the radical surgery of the judiciary, whose chief sergeant was retired Judge Aaron Ringera. When he presented a report to the then Chief Justice Ivan Gisheru, detailing recommendations to sack at least 100 judges and magistrates, Ringera introduced the first mythical definition of corruption. He said, quote, "We present to you a dragon. It is bound to snort, jump, kick and even attack, for corruption always fights back." He told the then CJ, "You have no option but to seize it by the horns and slay it." According to the Oxford Dictionary, a dragon is a mythical monster like a giant reptile that tends to symbolize chaos or evil.
Thank you.
Retired Justice Ringera would later head the defunct Kenya Anti-Corruption Commission between 2004 and 2009 in one of the most tumultuous tenures until his resignation following pressure by Parliament. But the political class had picked vocabulary lessons.
This government has said that we will deal with the dragon that is called corruption.
With Ringera out, PLO Lumumba, the professor of law, came in with new terms, choosing to drop the reptiles for fish, the big type.
Whether you are a huge shark or a whale, we are telling you that you must search your soul.
He was so promising that at one time he declared action against the mighty and powerful.
We expect that about between 5 and 10 high voltage files, 5 to 8 high voltage files, holding all factors constant, may very well find their way to the Honorable the Attorney General.
But he too was confused, or appeared so, in defining the enemy that is corruption.
And remember that the long-term health of this country requires that we exorcise the ghost of corruption.
Years later, the exorcism appeal appeared to have been taken seriously in the appointment of Archbishop Eliud Abukala to the helm of EACC. All this time, the grand theft of public funds has only intensified. Those at the helm of leadership kept making declarations. They are resolved to tackle the dragon, fish and the ghost. A president so frustrated even wished offenders dead.
Let us not have people who will seek to swindle governments. Such people should not be alive. They shouldn't really.
But recently, the corruption dictionary is evolving again.
If you have any other big fish, where is that fish? I have already tabled, these are the fish here.
Why do we confine ourselves to small and big when you actually even have whales and we can even do whaling? Yeah.
A convoluted battle that every time a new official is appointed to an investigative office, they have to draft their own way of how to fight it.
To start with, we're going to be harmonizing our approach to how corruption is fought in terms of how we contribute to it.
Oftentimes though, especially for EACC, the officers never live to see results of their work. In the end, all eyes are trained on the head of state, who now believes the animal called corruption has no equal but colonialism.
And I have resolved to lead this nation in getting rid of corruption and division. The main challenges we face today, just like colonialism was then.
But the vocabulary still evolves.
Chui hawindwi na umbwa. Chui inataka simba. Kwa hivyo kuna chui pale ndani msituni. Inataka simba. Tutatoa simba kwenda kushika hiyo chui. Tumalize mambo ya ufisadi kabisa.
The NYS prosecutions of 44 individuals and 10 companies might have given the fight against corruption impetus. The political cooperation between the opposition and the government might have set the stage for drafting of a common operation against graft. But will the country succeed this time? Sam Gituku, Citizen, Weekend.